Let us learn how to specify the margin in shortcut way. Instead of specifying the margin top, margin bottom, margin left and right in separate lines, you can specify the margin all in one in a single line by using the margin shorthand. There are three ways to specify the margin in shortcut way. That is with 2 values, 3 values and 4 values. But in case if you specify the margin in one value, the same will be applied for all the 4 sides, that is top, bottom, left and right. In case if you specify the 2 values, the first value will be applied as top and bottom margins, and second value will be applied as right and left margins. In case if you specify the 3 values for the margin property, the first value will be applied as top margin, second value will be taken as right margin and left margin, third value will be taken as bottom margin. And in case of 4 values, the first value will be taken as top margin, second value is right margin, third value is bottom margin, and fourth value is taken as left margin. For example, I have written the 4 values, that is 10 pixels, 20 pixels, 30 and 40 pixels. In this case, the first syntax is applied, that is top margin is 10 pixels, right margin is 20 pixels, bottom margin is 30 pixels, and left margin is 40 pixels. In this example, we have specified 3 values for the margin property. In this case, top margin is 10 pixels, right margin and left margins are 20 pixels, bottom margin is 30 pixels. So this is the second syntax. And in this example, we have written only 2 values, that is 10 pixels and 20 pixels. So in this case, the top margin and bottom margin are 10 pixels. Right margin and left margin are 20 pixels. In the codes project, I would like to specify the margin of these states by using the margin shorthand syntax. So currently in this example, we are writing the margin top, margin bottom, margin right and margin left individually in 4 separate lines. But I would like to combine them all together in a single line. So in this case, the property name is just margin, and the first value, that is 25 pixels, is for top margin, and the sequence that we have to follow is top, right, bottom, left. So top margin is 25 pixels, right margin is 10 pixels, bottom margin is 15 pixels, and left margin is 40 pixels. At practice time, you can specify any number of pixels as margins. And since we have specified all the margins in a single line, no need of writing them separately, so I am just deleting them. Now save the program and refresh the page. There is no difference in the output. That means it works correctly. We are able to specify the top, right, bottom, left margins in a single line in a shortcut way like this. Okay, what about 3 values? So I'm just writing the 3 values for the margin property, that is 25 pixels, 10 pixels and 40 pixels. So in this case, the top margin is 25 pixels, left margin and right margin are 10 pixels, bottom margin is 40 pixels. The same is applied in the browser. That is, top margin is 25 pixels, left margin and right margin are 10 pixels, and bottom margin is 40 pixels. And because of margin collapse, among the bottom margin and top margin of 2 elements, only the top margin will be applied as it is a higher value. And in case if you write 2 values, that is, for example, 25 pixels and 40 pixels. In this case, top and bottom margins are 25 pixels, left and right margins are 40 pixels. So the same is applied in the browser. So the top and bottom margins are 25 pixels, left and right margins are 40 pixels. This is how to specify the margin in shortcut way.